Hello, beautiful people, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Ortal Levitan, aka the Instagram Guru. Today, I'm going to talk to you guys about the 3 biggest mistakes that I see on Instagram that continuously prevent people from growing their page and getting the right followers, okay? But before we get started, if you guys could do me a huge favor, give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. It really helps me out with YouTube's algorithm. The biggest mistake that I see is creating the wrong content. Oh my gosh, guys. Okay. The reason this is such a prevalent problem is because a lot of people don't know why they're creating the content that they're creating, okay? Let's say you're in the fitness industry. You see, I don't know, some influencer creating that kind of content. You're like, oh my God, they have like 100,000 followers. That works for them. Okay, let me recreate that. That's gonna work for me too. And then you post it and then nothing happens. Your page goes nowhere, okay? The reason this is not working for you, it's not that your content is necessarily bad or poor quality. It's just not speaking to your ideal audience. Every single page provides value in some way, right? People will come to your page for a specific reason. Now, if you don't know who those people are that you're trying to attract, and I'm not talking just like women that like to work out. I'm talking specifics. If you don't know who your ideal audience, your ideal client is, you are not going to be able to create the right content for them, okay? And so then what you end up doing is you don't know who this person is that you're trying to create this content for. So then you just create any content that comes to mind. You're like, maybe this will work, maybe it won't. You create content, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. You're all confused and you're like, well, this kind of sucks because first of all, you don't know what content is going to perform well and what isn't. And then secondly, you don't even know who is going to get attracted by this content, right? You want to make sure that you're attracting the right people to your page. And if you don't know who exactly your content is attracting, how are you supposed to figure that out, right? So that is the number one biggest thing. People creating content that they just saw on somebody else's page. They don't know who they're attracting with their content. They don't even know what kind of content to create, okay? So that's the first thing. Second, sliding into people's DMs. You guys, literally, there is few things that I hate more than me commenting on someone's post or, when someone follows me and them reaching out and being like, hey, I followed you, would love your support back, i.e. follow me back. Or, for other people, if you engage on someone's content or you follow them, right? They will reach out and thank you and be like, oh my gosh, thank you so much for following me, or thanks so much for commenting on my post. And then alternatively, they might ask you to follow them or, something like that, something annoying. Stop sliding into people's DMs, okay? There's a reason that Instagram limits the amount of DMs that you can send, and it is the most restricted number. You can leave a lot more likes, a lot more comments than you can send DMs, okay? There's a reason. DMs are very valuable, but it's also super annoying when you don't use them correctly. So if you go ahead and slide into anybody's DM that comments on your post or follows you and you're like, hey, thanks so much, or you follow them and then you message them and be like, hey, follow me back. That is super annoying. That is the best way to get blocked, reported, especially by people like me. And trust me, I did a poll with my audience. Over 90% of people said they absolutely hate when people DM them unnecessarily, okay? So the second biggest mistake is sliding into people's DMs unnecessarily. Don't do it. Just don't. Okay. And the third, now this one might actually come as a surprise to some of you, but posting too much. Yes, that is a thing. You can absolutely post way too much on Instagram, okay? If you scroll through your feed, you'll see that on your feed, you'll sometimes see posts from over a day ago, 2 days ago, sometimes even 3 days ago. What that's telling you is that these older posts are still getting visibility. Why? Probably because the account owner hasn't posted since. Okay, so these posts have time to gain traction. Now, if you guys are posting once a day is fine. Like that is the maximum that you should be posting. But for those of you that are out there churning and burning through content 2 or 3 times a day, why? Why would you do that? Okay, not only are you burning through content that you could have used more efficiently, you're really spamming and annoying your audience. Nobody wants to see you twice a day. People will see you once, and if they want to see more of you, they'll go check out your stories. They'll go check out your reels. They'll go check out your lives if you do them, okay? You don't need to be posting 20 times a day in order to get visibility. And I see a lot of people do that where they'll post like twice a day because they're like, oh, I'll get the people in the morning and I'll get the people at night. If you have an audience that has a strong relationship with you, you don't need to do that, okay? You absolutely don't. Also, how long are you going to be able to create high quality content twice a day continuously. Eventually, you're either going to get burnt out or your content is really going to suffer. And we do not want that, okay? High quality content is key when it comes to Instagram. So you guys, posting once a day, that's the max. I would even recommend going once every other day to really make sure your content gets the most, visibility and potential. So if you guys found this helpful, please make sure to give this video a thumbs up. It really, really helps me out with YouTube's algorithm. And of course, if you have any questions, shoot me a DM, drop them in the comments below. I would be more than happy to help and answer any questions you have. And lastly, if you haven't already, I highly recommend you check out my free 4-page Instagram growth guide packed with tips and tricks for Instagram growth that you need to set a solid foundation so your account is continuously growing. Thanks so much for tuning in, guys, and I will see you here next week.